Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Established Facts. I believe this is 261 of the Established Facts, something along those lines.
Yes.
I think the last official recording, if you will, was PopCon of last year, which was so long ago. We missed you guys so much, but
are crying over that.
we had there was lots of life, and we had a lot of fun at PopCon, so we were able to get a ton of recording done, which was great, and had some fun at Gen Con, and of course, we'll probably dabble a little bit in some of our yearly reviews. As you can see, I have the ADD crew. Like always. So I'll go ahead and start to my right. And then we'll go around, introduce everybody, and let you guys know what we're going to be doing today on the Established Facts. So, first.
This is Dr. Deb.
That's right.
This is Josh.
Lance.
Piercy. I'm Avital.
And of course, I am your host, Big Don. And again, welcome to the Established Facts. If you are new to our show or new to our podcast, this is actually not a first, but one of very few. First of all, I think the last time there were 6 of us set up in a living room with microphones. It was during our very first, probably 50-ish episodes.
Yeah.
So that was kind of fun, walking in and having a living room set up. But this, I think, may actually be the first video game that we're going to be playing on the podcast together. We're going to talk a little bit about the resurgence of handheld gaming and portable gaming. Dabble a little bit. We've talked a little bit about like app gaming and things like that before. So
your hand, Piercy? Is that what it was?
Handheld.
Yes. Handheld game.
Right. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. While we're doing that, we're all going to play a little bit of Mario Kart. Mario Kart! Hey! Yep. So we're going to play a little bit. I have already put it out there into the ether. We'll see what happens. But Deb is a very good Mario Kart player.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Liar. In my own right, I am also a good Mario Kart player. But I do feel like, as I said earlier, Josh may have pit us against each other so that I can host the rest of the show after I get my tail whipped. So
it could be your lucky day. Like, in all honesty,
that's true.
I mean, after all, the Detroit Lions, sure.
Yes,
football,
Lions and Tigers.
and Bears. Oh my.
No, that's Chicago. They're rivals.
You're right. Yeah, that's true. But I mean, hey, if something good can happen in Detroit football, I mean, literally the possibilities are endless.
Who knows?
So.
Who knows? And I told Deb, I said, either you're gonna whip my hiney and I'll be able to host the rest of the show, or I'm gonna beat you and it will literally be documented on video. So
And he's gonna bring it up every year.
Yeah.
Just trust me.
Talking about Chicago, right? I'm not going to tell you guys what I used to do in Chicago with Mario Kart.
Oh.
Hustle.
But I was good.
Did you throw banana peels out the back of your car?
That's what he. Yes.
Yes.
He had the big red shells that he would throw out his back window.
Chuck them.
So we're gonna attempt to do this kind of tournament style as well as talk about what's going on.
Yes, that's right.
Because we've got 2 here and 2 in the back and 2 on the side. Plus, my kids are here, and Maggie already won a heat earlier, which we'll show some clips of towards the end of the podcast. But my son's going to want to play again, so we might have to do a losers final
Loser
one
bracket.
Sure, why not?
just for the pure entertainment part of it.
So we can watch him lose again.
I don't know. I don't want to call it that. It's the second. I don't know.
He needs more practice.
Yes.
You always need more practice in Mario Kart.
Because Avital just knows she's going to be in the back already. She's all right. Whatever. That sounds like fun. So get us started here while you're selecting your level. We'll get to character selections too.
We're gonna play two-player. We're doing 50cc, 100cc, 150. What do you want to do?
This is my problem. I play too much on the Xbox.
Yeah.
Blame it on
do
you
that
stupid
all the
Xbox.
time.
Sorry, I
All
mean,
the
I love
time.
you, Xbox.
If you're unfamiliar with playing on the Switch, and this is kind of your new your newest foray
You want Grand
into
Prix. That's right.
Well, do we want?
handheld gaming. I think
Because Grand Prix enters the computer is going to have 10 things to throw in chaos. If it's just versus, it's just flat out. We can just see skill versus skill.
Agreed.
That's fine.
Piercy's back there wanting to just watch skill versus skill.
That's fine.
Now,
it doesn't matter.
we might do a Grand Prix later on just for the chaos engine, but, well, all right, are we all...
Don's got to reconnect too.
Oh, he's got to reconnect, okay. Because I should be on.
I'm connected.
Yeah, I'm, okay.
Connected.
I'm ready.
Yeah,
all right,
there you go.
cool, thanks.
There.
All right, yay,
Okay.
all right, things are
Anyway.
real. All right.
If you have never played Mario Kart,
What's wrong with you? But anywho, beyond that, just...
if you're an Xbox or PlayStation gamer, if you never dipped your foot, or you're PC Master Race gamer, or whatever, you haven't dipped your foot into the Nintendo Switch, shame on you. Try it. It's fun.
It's really fun.
It's a lot of fun.
It is.
It weighs way less than the desktop that you built,
It's true.
and costs a tenth more or a tenth less.
A tenth less,
At least
so-
if it's a good desktop.
Yeah. But first off, I think Mario
You can get
Kart.
it down to $2,000 now. I know, but
Yeah, you can. And it
Anyways.
weighs about as much as a Steam Deck, also.
Yeah.
True.
Fair, fair, accurate.
The first Mario Kart was Super Nintendo. And
Indeed it was.
yeah, and since then they've brought at least one out for every console, if not multiples.
I've been playing Mario Kart since Super Nintendo.
Yeah, Piercy, longest. Yes. Oh wait, I'm sorry. I'm bad at this.
Wait,
I'm bad at
I think I
this.
gotta be here. Try that
She's
again.
not. She's not bad
Go
at
ahead.
this.
Okay, so who are you playing?
Yeah.
So it was suggested by Lance that we are going to go through and basically kind of let you guys know what our choices are and why. So Deb, if you want to start with, you chose Peach. Why Peach?
Well, if you want the simple answer, it's that I have played Peach since Super Nintendo Mario
Gotcha.
Kart.
Gotcha.
So literally, this was the very first character I ever played. And I tried other ones, and I didn't. Now, from a more practical, realistic standpoint, Peach is light, so she's gonna move. Her starting speed is gonna be faster.
Yep.
She also does a really nice drift because her weight doesn't hold her down. Now, as such, she can get knocked around by heavier carts. So Donkey Kong or Bowser can,
Yeah.
so your plan is simply to get ahead of them and never let them catch you.
Yeah.
Same story why I go with the bike. The bike is very agile. You can slide in between. You can also do a nice drift with it. I just I like the off-road tires. Yeah, retro off-road. And for classic, I'm a classicist. Y'all know this by now. So that means we need the parasol.
Okay.
But my daughter will do the parasol too. So what's the other one she likes?
Rosalina.
Oh yeah, she does Rosalina. That's true. So anyway, but the parasol because.
And
It's a parasol.
within the game, as you are, and I'm going to show you guys this. Deb was kind of showing you the aesthetics. I'll show you the technical side of things. So
Yeah.
as you're looking at, if you're ever playing Mario Kart, and again, if this is one of the few times you've been able to do it, you'll see that each of these vehicles has the same 5 stats, but different ratings in each of the 5 stats. So obviously there is a level of competency that each one of these vehicles demands. Some of them will be heavier, which means they will drift less, which means they'll take a nice hard turn into a corner. Other ones, they drift a little bit more, which means you can slide a little bit more to the outside of a turn to catch the inside of a lane. And there's lots of really fun things. That's a missile. Never seen that before.
yeah, you can ride a missile on this
Okay.
thing.
That's
Yeah.
the bazooka.
I
Speaking
mean-
of hard turns and other things, notice below the L, X, and R, I believe, or L,
L, Y, and R.
You guys might want to turn off the automatic forward.
Yo,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
And other things,
Yeah, nope.
guide
'Cause the
rails,
kids
things
turned
like
them on.
that.
Yep. No,
Yeah,
I
that's
don't.
fine.
No, don't do any of those. I don't trust it to drive.
So no, put what?
that
There
one
you go.
there, and then I
and
want
then-
that off.
Yep.
Yeah. Thank you. So I'm gonna go back to what I like.
Same for
but,
Don, unless he really
No, I
needs
got it. No, I got
Now, what's the Y for?
If
I
I
always
really
forget the
need
Y.
it.
the Y is for
Steering.
Steering.
With
yes.
the controller.
Please off.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
the funny story behind that, when Mario Kart came out on the Wii,
That's how it was.
Yes.
that was one of the few times in my entire lifetime I can say I beat my wife at Mario Kart because
You
I
had
figured out the motion control.
I had to. I had to. Also, that's like where I got really good at the game.
Yeah.
But I'm very happy. The only thing I do actually miss about the Wii is the being able to hit the power jumps. You could just do this,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
and you
Exactly.
can't do that anymore. But
No.
that was so nice. Like that made
Sure.
it so easy to power jump and.
Great. But trying to do this, I was so it would. No one needed to see that in life. Or maybe you all want to see it. You're not going to see that in life. Yeah, he beat me, and I was never did it again. I was like, this is.
But
I was unhappy.
considering handheld
Yes.
we were talking about, right? That's
Yeah.
have we broached that already? Right?
So yeah, he brought up the resurgence
Yeah.
of it. It was interesting because you've already mentioned the Steam Deck, because it's partially where it's going to go. And so back when the Switch came out, people had played the Nintendo DS, had played the PlayStation Portable, the PlayStation Vita,
Wii U.
the Wii U. They kind of broached that idea, but what hurt the Wii U was people thinking it was portable when it really wasn't.
Right. Yes.
And that's what made the Switch such a game-changing device in this instance, because not only was it portable, you could dock it and play it at home as well. So nobody else had come to the table with anything really. Everyone thought, well, the only mobile gaming people are doing is literally on their phone. But you had the Switch kind of prove that wrong, and then you mentioned the Steam Deck. And since the Steam Deck came out, there had been other like Android and Windows Indiegogo style like handheld PCs that have tried to hit,
I had to.
but the Steam Deck itself is the
I can't-
one
I can't
that hit
my bike. I can't do it.
more than anything
I
else.
always
Yeah.
use my bike. My bike.
And now,
I
after
wanna do
2023 or
That's fine.
2024,
Yeah, yeah. 100 is kind of like the median.
Yeah,
Sorry,
50
it's
sorry,
okay.
We're talking
I
strategy.
get it.
Yeah,
And then-
50's kind of too easy, but
Yeah.
then 150 can really kind of kick your butt.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
okay. Sorry.
So
Important
she's
things
setting
in
up
life.
things, yeah. So, and then 2024 with the Legion Go, the Asus RG Ally, MSI Claw,
Right.
like the
Sure.
PC handhelds are really kind of kicking it up. And then late 2023, the PlayStation Portal came out for playing your PS5, which again is a remote player, but you don't play games on it. Except now there's cloud streaming. There's so much that can come about it. But why do we think that handheld game? I'm going to ask this question after a moment. So you chose. What character did you choose, Don?
So I have Yoshi, and funny enough, similar reasons to Deb. Both that Yoshi has just always been my guy since the SNES, because Yoshi, quick history on Yoshi, came out in Super Mario World, which was actually the first Mario Brothers game that I completed 100%.
Yes.
And so Yoshi has always been, kind of the crux of that joy for me. And then of course when Mario Kart came out on the Super Nintendo, he was a playable character and he was just always my dude. And I think the bike came later when I got used to and good at drifting into and out of corners, because it's light, it's quick, and because it's light and quick, you can get around big dudes pretty quickly if you know how to draft and you know how to slide into corners easily. And it's also extremely entertaining for me and frustrating for my children when we play a game together and I go zooming past them because I've been behind them for the last 10 feet. So, yeah.
That's a thing.
Yeah.
So we have an important decision here to make, since we're doing kind of tournament style. Do we want to pick the same cup for everybody? And is there anything we
That's
want
a
to
great
do
point.
specifically?
For
I know,
consistency.
but I'm also not against we just start and go 1, 2, 3, 4, or however, and just whatever we end up with.
Well, the thing is, each cup and each track has differing difficulties.
Yeah.
I think it would be the most fair to choose the same cup.
Right.
Yes.
So everyone. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or at least if you don't choose the same cup, at least the same tracks.
Can we agree on a non-Rainbow Road Cup?
See, I was going to say the opposite.
Rainbow Road is the
Road.
ultimate,
That is
playing field leveler.
Yes,
It
yes.
is the ultimate test
Yes.
for competency.
Personally,
Unless you have like an epileptic thing.
Right. In which case, please don't.
Personally, I would do, because we're playing Nintendo Switch games, and I love the rethemed second row. But in that first row, I think it's the Leaf Cup, or no, is it that one? Is it the Crown? The special cup that has the Switch Rainbow Road.
Yeah, I believe
The
it's
one that
this
was
one.
built for
It's that
this
one.
system.
Yeah.
Yes,
that
it does. Because this
Which
is
is
the
just an
remake. That's the
F-Zero
N64 Rainbow Road.
It is.
It's so
It absolutely
F-Zero.
is.
Yeah,
just
it
a-
is totally upset.
I think we do the special cup because this is a special recording,
Let's do
It's also got Bowser's Castle in it, which is
is
their nod to the
truly
crowd.
the hardest
And-
one of this game.
and
F-Zero.
the ships.
Yeah, it's got the ship up there, the
Yeah.
floating airship, and then you've got your bone dry because you're out in the kind of the desert. I agree. I think the crown. I'm fine with the crown.
The Crown's fine.
Yeah.
What about F-Zero?
No, F-Zero is a game from the Super Nintendo. One of
Yes.
the first racing games on the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Made solely for the Super Nintendo and Super Nintendo, like Falco and the
Yeah, yes, I
characters in
remember.
racing, like, shows
You
back
know-
up in Super Smash Brothers and things like that. And it's that game, you could like jump parts of the tracks and like end up in different places and
Yep.
levels.
Yes.
There were a bunch of secrets to it that you had to play it enough to find
So you
out.
have to actually learn it.
Daddy.
Yes, Samuel.
Can me and May watch you guys play?
Yes, if you're quiet down here, come on down and have a seat. Because they're gonna have you guys play.
We're adding audience members.
Sit down game.
Yes, absolutely.
So-
yes.
In arcades, you could play F-Zero sitting down.
Yes.
Playing it.
So
Yes.
I'm gonna throw a wrench. Why don't we back up and do 4, 4, and 4 instead of 2, 2, 2, 2, and 4?
Can we just start over?
Well, we're not starting the whole thing over, but now that the kids are involved, why don't we put one of the kids in this group,
Two groups.
one of the kids in the other group, and we'll.
Oh,
then
can
final
I have
game.
your son so we can beat him?
Yeah. Go first.
You're hilarious.
Yeah, go.
I do not. Hear.
Okay, so back
think
up
that's
one.
fine. I
Let's
think
go
that's
to
fine.
4
Let's
player.
go.
Yes,
Back
so
all-
you can,
we'll back
you
all the
can
way out
defeat him
then.
in the game. Yes.
Yes, so I
Yeah,
can finally
you're
beat your
first
son in the video
player.
game.
So back all the way
Yeah,
out.
I was gonna say, am I backing out now? Okay.
Yep, back all the way out.
And boop, 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 boop. Wait for it. All right, so it's gonna
Because
be
I'm gonna be
here.
at the bottom.
Yeah, it's going out
player.
4.
Yeah.
Stacked.
Okay.
No.
Okay, we're still gonna do verses. Or
Yeah.
are we gonna do we're gonna do 4 verses?
Samuel, can you reach in there and get that Princess Peach controller for me, please?
So we're gonna do
I have to
4
wait.
verses, right? Not
Just use the magnet.
That's fine. Samuel, come over here. You're gonna play. Come on.
Hang on. Oh, we need to put
How does
this
it
up
come up?
first.
Yes, come here.
That's 4th player.
Be careful with the cable. Step
So
over the
many
cable.
cords.
Wait, Lance is
Switching.
3rd.
You're 4th player.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Still doing verses?
So as you,
Okay.
yeah, I
You
think
actually
that's
wanna
fine.
use
I think versus.
Are we doing
Individual
verses?
con?
So as you can see,
'Cause then we can see you on camera
just like
also.
every episode,
right,
at
hold on.
some point or another, it goes off the rails, and that's exactly what we're doing right now. So
Yeah, that's
we're going from a 2v2v2
We'll have
now a
her. We'll have her duck in
4v4
here. We'll
format.
have Samuel swap out.
Okay.
She can sit here.
Okay.
But I'm there. My concern be is there room for her.
Just like
Right here.
Like here.
between.
Oh
On the
yes,
floor, or-
yes.
Yeah, yeah.
So then we're gonna
Yeah.
sit because Maggie, you're gonna play in the next round.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
We're just
I'm
We're
just
making
sitting
it up.
here at the moment.
I'm sorry, I
so-
can't figure out how to do that right now. So
Oh, no,
So,
I
so
can.
while we're doing the right hand,
How do I
we're
take this out?
talking about.
I just took it out, but I can't get it to do
There's
on
a
one
button on
side.
the back right here. If you push it, it comes out.
Cool, just do that.
That's
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Okay.
You have to have this.
No, no.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
he just wants to
Look,
hold it
it's off.
sideways. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Turn
if
it.
you hold it side, there you go. That's you got it.
Okay.
And then we need to back out.
Go for it.
Wait, it's 4.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm kicking
This
it.
controller feels
Old school.
weird.
That's
for
I
some
love
reason.
it. I love using it that way. That's my favorite
So-
way to use
So
it.
go over to close step.
I like the way you said that, old school.
Sit down.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
And now whoever's using the third.
So you need to hit the.
Yeah, hit the top arm.
There it is,
down
he's got
buttons.
it.
There we go.
We're
You
good.
got it.
Okay.
All right.
Are we all ready?
Yes.
Yep. So we know that Deb is going to do Peach, and we know that Don is going to do Yoshi.
Yep.
Funky
Who's
Kong.
yeah, Lance. Who are you doing?
I'm going to be Link.
Link.
I thought you were going to be Yoshi. Oh, wait, that's Don.
I'm going to be classic Link.
Yeah.
Classic Link.
Yeah.
Don't you
And
like
then
playing with
Samuel, you're doing
And I
Funky
ride a
Kong?
horse.
Funky Kong.
Nice.
Oh, you're the horse motorcycle.
I ride a horse.
Nice.
Keep the same bike. I
I
got.
was gonna say.
Mommy, what bike do you
Of
want?
course you are picking that style of
But
vehicle, mommy. You
you're
always
gonna
do.
have to fight because we're gonna have another talking too. Okay, so I need you to keep your voice down. All right.
Wait, okay, that's what
Don't want you to
Mommy.
play, but
Wait, that.
and just so you know, we've already made a decision. We're playing the special cup.
Mommy,
Ooh,
is
crack out.
this the glider you picked?
I picked Peach's parasol, but I think that's a lovely glider.
That's the glider I picked.
This
That's the glider that Don.
I don't know that it matters.
This one?
It does.
No, the one that you had on
The
first.
umbrella.
You had on
the
it
one that you
first.
had on
That
first.
one.
That one.
That's a good
That's the
one.
one
Do
I
that
like
one.
to choose all the time.
So the gliders will affect your speed, your acceleration, your weight, your handling, your traction. Like, everything affects those statistics.
Yes.
You know,
Yep.
Lance has the statistics up, looking at them, and different choices, and two including the character you choose, affects those
Yep.
statistics. Like Don was saying in the beginning.
Yeah.
And there is a growth in the
Hey, hey.
game because originally there
thank
wasn't
you.
a lot of difference in an
But Don's
SNES.
Don,
version.
are you
Yeah,
good
they
at
were-
Mario
it wasn't
Kart?
that much.
Even Bowser, it might have been a little heavier, but he still
Why
handled
did
very
you give me
similar.
the back?
Peach. And as the
Dad,
game
you
has
hit me on the back,
developed,
was that land?
And I
They've
do
got more
the
precise.
clouds because I like to see them when I'm flying.
That's a good one.
fair.
I like
I like
that.
it. I like it.
I think we're just gonna keep this simple, right? I mean,
Yeah.
this,
Yes.
yeah, 100.
100
Okay, what is the go button?
A is your go button. A.
Yeah.
my go button.
Yeah.
Well, I want to do
Well,
50.
We're gonna do 100, but we're not doing 150, 200, or reverse because
Yeah.
reverse is.
Doing 100. We're doing special
They're
cup.
on special.
Yeah,
What's
number is
special
terrible.
cup?
This one.
Those.
That
That's
one.
the Cloud Top Cruise. Bone
It's gonna
Dry
be crazy.
Dunes, Bowser's Castle, and the Rainbow Road.
Sure.
Oh, right, that one. I love this one.
Okay, great.
Sold.
All right, cool. This will be easier. We got so, and if you get first or second,
My kids are gonna watch this and they're going to laugh their
good.
faces off.
If you get first or second, you will progress to the finals. Because that way we have 2 sets of 3.
We don't have to
fours.
worry about making it to the finals.
I don't know if this much pressure. All right, kids. Are we ready?
I think we're good.
I think so.
Heaven help us
Yes.
all.
So
Sorry.
while the game loads up again,
Yeah.
Steve, I've owned I've owned a Steam Deck. I own the Asus RG Ally.
Get your gun out of my face.
Sorry, the RG Ally. I ended up returning it because it was having SD card issues, and I currently have the Lenovo Legion Go. And the reason why and a PlayStation Portal, I think what's great about the whole mobile gaming experience is that these games that we've all fallen in love with are now no longer limited to your home.
Yeah, which is nice. And so, but this is still kind of, like you said, a resurgence, right?
Yes.
And sort of why the resurgence happened, and a lot of it, from what I can tell, is actually because of Pokemon.
Oh,
And handheld games, the old Game Boy games.
Oh,
with
sure.
Pokemon, and then
Huh?
with the DS.
Oh, I forgot to put an auto drive.
With the butt.
I need to put an auto drive.
what media?
Have mercy on the small child.
And that's part of the reason why, right?
Yes.
But also, more people on the go.
What?
Yes. Yeah, we're moving on. One of my favorite tech YouTubers, Michael Fisher, calls himself Mr. Mobile. And all of his YouTube stuff is about how does this help my life as a mobile creator. And I heard him say that. I was like, this is such a valid point. It really is. We're constantly on the go. We're constantly doing things. And just to have that moment to, one, not kill your phone's battery, because they still haven't figured that technology out for some
Who's
reason.
in first? Right.
Who's in first? What's on
He's
second?
playing the game. He's allowed to be excited.
I know. I don't want to yell.
I don't know who's on third.
You know, third base. All right.
I've
So
actually-
back to gameplay. Know what's going on here?
You want to
Who's
know
in
who's
first?
Okay.
It was
What's on
on.
Yes, it's done.
I don't know who's on third.
I've not seen anybody except for Daddy being first. Besides Mom.
Okay.
So besides your daddy and your mommy,
Oh no! I haven't seen anybody that has beaten Mommy except for Daddy.
We wanted to have this wonderful discussion related to the handheld gaming, but the truth of the matter is we're all just going to be fascinated.
Well, yeah,
And I love it. And this is a great thing. This is something I think Switch has done very well that I wish more of the game systems would figure out.
Yeah.
Is the couch co-op needs to come back.
Oh, I agree. We actually talked about a lot about that in Marla, and I know when we recorded the big thing.
Right.
But so I'm a part of Marla, the Marla collection at IU Indianapolis, and it's a video game. It's really a gaming preservation group, and video game is one of them. And one thing they made certain of. The games are emulated, but they actually own the copies of those emulations, right?
Yep.
And they're actually CRT televisions as well as standard modern televisions to play on, so you can have those different,
Effects. Yeah.
Right. But we make certain that people can come into that space. It's a third space, like an arcade used to be, or like how bars are, right?
Sure.
Right. Someplace that people feel like it's home. They can come into that space and still play all these games with friends. Play it as a collective group instead of just online with somebody who knows where they're from. Which that's also neat, and for different types of games it works. But now that experience has come back, that people want to play these games with each other in the space to have that fun group environment. And I agree with you, more people need to do that.
Yes.
I don't care if I can play Tekken 8 with some guy from Korea.
Right.
It's important that I still get to play those
They
games with
sell
my
free
friends.
races.
They were racist, yeah.
Yeah.
Drive Bone.
No,
Drive
this is
Bone.
the verses. We're doing
The
one
Drive
race.
We're gonna be eaten back.
No, this is the verses. We do
Put
one
me in the
race.
shell that
What?
far away from the
Listen.
finish
What?
line.
I guess you just never
Drop me from second to
I
third.
played verses before.
We used to
Hey.
play
Watch.
Mario Kart when my cousins
See?
would
Next
come
race.
over for Thanksgiving or for Christmas. And so it was a thing we did, is we would all line up around it, and we would do something similar to this, where we'd have the 2-on-2 or 4-on. Well, we didn't do 4-on-4 back then. You could only do 2-on-2. So as a
We just get
result,
to choose where we go next.
Right,
Instead
which
of
we're
it being
doing this.
Instead of it being a cup where you have to do all 4 races in a single cup.
Right.
This one you could do a race from the mushroom cup, you could do it from the leaf cup, you could do it from the blue shell cup.
oh,
In the individual one.
I'm gonna
We are going
throw.
to choose all the same.
So we could just do a
So we can do any cup
We
in
could do
order.
all rainbow roads.
All rainbow.
all the rainbow roads.
That's the final.
What's the final?
Final.
4 rainbow roads.
That's a good idea.
final.
Maybe 5.
Mommy,
That is-
Oh,
That's literally what I was getting ready to recommend.
All right. Apparently, it's out of the mind of all these lovely gentlemen. Shall they be established? But that's what we would do. We would do the couch. Everybody would want to
Okay.
play. See, I'm so distracted. I'm not even driving straight. I'm so distracted. But it was great because you'd have the peanut gallery in the back, just like we do here. You'd have, the people who are in the lead, and it was so much fun. You had an audience. My dad would come over and just watch and laugh at us. I mean, it was great.
We still do that at Avital's family gatherings.
Yes.
Not so much with the audience, but most of the kids and Avi will be in there sometimes.
Uh-huh.
Like,
She can go, really?
Asher's the best at this game. He's
Oh yeah.
my,
I can believe that.
he is the person that I measure myself against in this game.
There's everyone else, and then there is Asher.
True story though, he is so good. But yeah, we all sit there and play and have a good time, and other people in other rooms talking. But it is definitely a game that brings people together, even in this competition, because it's goofy.
It is. It is so silly. Like, look, I'm racing through ink right now. That's
Right.
what's going on.
I love it. I love it.
And what I'm really curious about in the handheld, with the idea of handhelds are making a resurgence, and some of the reasons why is what is the streaming community doing with handhelds?
Oh my goodness.
Don, you
I mean,
just went backwards.
the
It's okay.
It's
okay.
How?
A lot of them aren't in the same place, so they're playing games online,
I have no idea how I went third place.
or whatever.
I think it was just so that I could not have the blue shell.
Mommy, blue shell. Yeah.
Try to listen to me.
I don't know if anyone really
Wait,
utilizes
you've got a blaster.
handheld things.
So
in
that-
that
Is it
way.
lightning bolt or boom doesn't come before the blue shell?
I know there are ways to connect handhelds too across.
That's a good idea.
Anybody's connected has an internet connection essentially can, if a game has either co-op or versus play, they should be able to play it on the handheld, like the Steam Deck, for instance, right?
Yeah.
You should be able to do that with. Yeah. Even back in the.
I just fell off, so it's
I
alright.
used to have a DS.
Oh,
Sure.
I actually had a couple DSs. And I had
In the same spot.
I forget the Zelda game that I was playing with people like in my parents' house, playing with people in Korea and like Russia and stuff. On the co-op, it's a little where you could be in different colored links and go
Right.
around solve it.
I'm in
And
a
that was
nice
super cool. I'm like, this is a
place.
handheld. I could walk around the house and do this, and I'm playing with people from all over the world. I don't know these people.
right,
It doesn't matter. We're all there to cooperatively win this game. It's really cool.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, is that something handhelds really still do? Is it something supported in
So I know that like Baldur's Gate 3, which recently came out, right? They did a big emphasis on being able to do co-op on that game, right? But when you think about the streaming community issue in that, mobile streaming off of those consoles would take up a lot of additional hardware space.
yeah, true.
Wow.
That's true.
Did Lance win?
I was distracted thinking, well, honestly, I was. Like, I fell off way more times than I normally should have. So,
Yeah.
Nice.
you know what?
down because you wanted to play. You need
It's
to.
okay. You know what happens? There's always
I
another
took full
race.
advantage of him distracting.
You and Lance are so
Funky
far
Kong.
tied.
We'll have to keep track of
You
where
and
we're...
Lance are so far tied.
You're sitting
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
plane, we're
that's
all sitting
fine.
on the same
So,
Mommy could be
Funky
much
Kong is
faster.
I also did my favorite crossing is that you do the bounce
But you
across
have
to
to
finish.
play-
Yes.
It's
It's been a classic for so long.
That's why I know I've won this. Yeah.
But you're not at the
I don't know
end.
what that was doing.
Yeah.
I've said yes. You can do the bouncing
Yeah,
across.
Funky Kong.
Keep
going.
You did get you are in 7th out
Yes.
of 12, which is really good.
Right.
You
You were
gotta
still in the
remember,
middle.
literally, both of them have been playing Mario Kart over 20 years.
3 times longer than you've been alive. That's how old I am.
Okay?
realization.
Yeah.
After I'm done playing, I'm
Hold
gonna
on,
follow.
I just need to go on record. I didn't say that.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah.
Yes, Lance.
She and I are 5 years older than that.
Yeah. Yep.
You're trying to distract me. I will not take the distraction. I refuse the distraction for this.
You know what my favorite part about this is? Not only did Lance win that last one, he's using the motion steering.
Is he? Oh my goodness.
You are?
I've
never used
I'm
motion
actually
steering.
rather in awe of that.
I never use
motion
those.
steering. I'll use the joystick, but
I never use motion steering. I think motion steering makes it harder.
It
I
does.
do it.
Really?
He's trying to-
How am I like a challenge?
He does.
So-
Or he likes to punish himself.
Non-handheld related, but silly Mario Kart related. I have the Logitech G29 or G920 in there. That's the steering wheel control for PC and PlayStation.
yeah.
I bought an adapter. You can use it on the Switch. You can play Mario Kart with a full-on acceleration and like force control. It's not the best force control, but it's hilarious. I got Maggie to do it once. She's like, I don't like this, Daddy.
Daddy, what is
What are you talking about?
The steering wheel control for Mario Kart.
Yeah. It's terrible. I don't know how.
It's terrible.
Somebody sabotaged Berkman in our last game.
Oh, for those of you who don't know, this is my son Samuel who's playing with us. I'm
Yeah,
trying to
these
have
are the
that
fat
attitude.
ones.
It's the guy who yells
And
and
my daughter
everything.
Margaret over there. Meg.
Yells.
I'm in third. I was going to
Okay.
say second, but I'm in first.
He's the one who's making all those weird noises.
All of that.
Not all. What did I do?
Samuel sounds like a saw.
No, I'm doing a race thing.
Hey, there's a bridge there.
So, as an introvert who isn't very interested in a lot of those online games for the very reasons we've given, I was never an interested. I didn't want to play with somebody from Saudi Arabia. I wanted to know who I was playing with, and
Everyone's a little bit racist.
yeah, well,
Who was it?
I didn't want to play with somebody from New York either because I didn't know what they were going to do and then lose all their Oz. So, I never was.
So it's fast.
Into Boston. Yeah, exactly. Sorry, John Cena. Anywho, I never, as opposed to most of you all in here who play all of these games with people from, I don't, this is my bread and butter, this style game. I never really drifted to the other ones. And I know I'm old, I get that, I've already established that, right?
No, you're
So, it's just, I find it interesting that it's coming back around again. And I was like, well, I never left. So, hi, welcome back to Nirvana. And I'm sorry that you guys left, but welcome back.
Well, and it was mostly, it was mostly forced, right?
Right,
It wasn't
exactly.
because people didn't want it. It's because the industry moved in that direction,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
because the internet moved in that direction, because culture moved in that direction of the internet and the connectivity
Right.
across great distances.
Exactly.
But there was definitely something missed
Yeah.
in that also.
Well, yeah, but
This.
so here's a weird thing to think of that just had this thought process. Everyone has their opinion on what happened with the pandemic and how stuff was handled, but I want you to take a minute and think about what would have happened if stuff like remote gaming
Oh,
or remote anything didn't exist.
Yeah.
Had those years of had those years of shifting to an online gaming presence not happened, boy, the pandemic would have been very different for a lot of people.
Yes, much worse because there would be no way to connect.
Right.
And-
No connectivity. Yeah.
Alright, six, buddy. Get in there.
Was it
You know, going
good?
into
Oh no.
Going into that
it was-
connectivity,
it was-
right? And this
it
is
was
not older
bad.
gaming. But that's why
Oh, no.
we saw.
What? No, no.
That's why the TTRPG industry saw.
Oh, we got one more. You
Yes.
still got time.
We got one more. We got
Still
the
got time,
Rainbow
Don.
Road.
Yeah, hey, Samuel.
You're
if it-
amazing at
If it
Rainbow
makes a
Road.
difference, if I lose this
You know
race,
nothing of what she's talking about.
if I lose this race, I'm out too. So do you and I on the sidelines.
Oh, I don't think that's gonna happen.
Oh, that's probably going to happen to us for Mommy Knowledge.
No, because I said first and second gets one
Yeah,
more
first
shot.
and second in the
Don and your mom.
Are we
get
ready?
One more shot.
Are we ready?
We'll see.
You don't know. You don't know that.
Are we ready?
You
Here
don't
we
know.
go.
Great.
You don't know that.
You don't know
Let's
that.
find out.
You don't know
I
that.
was gonna say, Dragon is looking at my butt right now.
You have been playing Mario Kart for 6 months? And you're already
Yeah.
making 6th and 7th in
Yeah,
this?
there's nothing
Oh, a
wrong with
whole
being.
year. Okay.
That's
There's nothing
really
wrong
good.
with being. There's
played
nothing
for
wrong with
33
learning.
I'm not very good at 100cc either. just
Yeah,
so
sure,
you know.
but
1,
and you
2,
have to play by
3.
yourself. But that's
Yeah.
really good.
I like that. That was like a.
Oh, yeah.
You're doing a lot better than
Well,
you
for
think.
100
Exactly.
cc, for 50, it's not really good.
Who was that? Who just hit the?
Somebody did. Don't worry about it.
It was me, because that's a button that I can push.
That's how Lance is playing this game. He's
I'm
button
mashing
smashing.
buttons. That's all I'm doing.
You know what?
And
In the end,
steering.
Matt button smashing.
All right, here we go. Leave it all on the track.
That's right.
We may all get out in this race.
I'm surprised we all made it to this one.
Hey!
Wouldn't that be an interesting way to play the game if they had like, so in was it Team Sonic Racing? They have a method in that game where they're 3 or 4 lap races, and they eliminate the last 3 after every lap.
Oh yeah.
So it just knocks them out of the race entirely.
Wow. No wonderful comebacks.
No, you're out.
That's
not
one of the modes,
it's
right?
one of the modes. It's not all the modes. Team Sonic has a very similar.
It's basically like this game, but with Sonic characters and Mario characters.
Yeah, if you have an aversion to Mario, why? But if you do, there is Team Sonic Racing and Crash Team Racing was another test.
We did some Crash Racing for a while, really.
Oh, I have my favorite items on the
See,
Rainbow
look, you're
Road.
doing amazing right
The
now.
mushrooms are the
Four.
best
That's
thing to
pretty
get.
good.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm in third, Maggie. I'm not in fourth anymore. I'm in
Especially
third.
with no rails.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Possibilities are literally endless.
That's a fun sound there, Donald.
I'm not making it to
Dude,
the
Rainbow Road is
actually. I'm
kicking my butt.
The Rainbow Road has no mercy.
No, the Rainbow World.
So
The Rainbow Road has a lot of mercy.
Wow.
Oh, I mean, don't worry, because I just did the same thing.
Yeah,
Now, there's supposed to be a place here where you can
Why can't we just do the
fall
top
off
3 to
and
the
join the
next round?
next.
No, because
Yes, you can actually. There's a shortcut.
Very specific.
Yeah, it's very, very specific.
Wow, I
Correct.
just lost all my good stuff.
Yeah, you and me both, bro.
Sam, but let's
I
go
found like a
crazy.
lightning bolt.
Sam, but let's go crazy.
You got lightning on it with a crazy 8? That's
That
I'm
is
sorry.
Unfortunate.
That's unbelievable.
That's
But now I have a superstar, so it doesn't matter if I'm in first.
Samuel comes with the most difficult track.
Said Samuel on the
That's
most.
funny.
That was hilarious. I just flew off. I don't even know where I am in space.
Up against the wall.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's because I was covered in goop.
Yeah,
I do not like that.
I was covered in goop.
Why did I just do that?
you got inked.
we're
I got
last.
inked. Oh, yeah, and not in a good way. The ink.
This is the last that
Yeah.
It's the good way.
And hold on, no, in the Disney, the Disney game. No.
I'm not focusing on anybody else. I'm just
It's the first one where they brought Oswald the Lucky Rabbit back. Really?
Oh,
Y'all know?
the rebrush. The
Rebrush,
Epic
right?
Mickey, yeah.
Isn't that what it was? Didn't they have inking where you were trying to bring back characters in that one?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm imagining things.
You're right.
Is it
Okay.
Epic Mickey Rerush? The one that you got me from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go, Maggie. See, help me out. That's exactly what
I just remember the name of the game. I haven't played it yet.
Red Shell.
it's not weird at all. It's, well, I mean, it's a long game.
Hit
It's a little
it.
weird.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you're close to people. You can wipe them off their feet.
Yep.
Just like that,
Off their
bro.
feet.
Cars.
Off their feet.
Sweep them off their feet in a romance
No.
of the ages.
That is
Pass twice.
Oh.
Wow, somebody got you with a strategic red shell. Honey.
Yeah, I wonder who that could have been.
Oh.
Dang it.
Come on.
Hey, that's
Rats.
good. Good job.
You had third, dude.
You did
Bro,
awesome.
you beat me.
Amazing.
Wow,
Oh,
yeah,
God.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry
I
for
did
you.
horrible.
I'm sorry for you. Thought that you got last.
I'm
The
horrible.
top 2
Look,
is
look. You,
just like
you were,
God said.
you were right
Hey.
under me. All right?
Never doubt older people. We didn't get here by
Yeah,
being
never
stupid.
doubt older people. We will fail you as often as younger people.
I'm not being stupid.
Does that mean I don't
Okay.
get to the next
All
round?
right, kids.
All right.
You
so
don't. Oh.
here's what we're gonna
Well,
do.
I'll take that controller then.
Yes, give that controller. And apparently,
I'm amazing at
Piercy wants to play with that one
Yes, I
anyway.
do,
gonna
but I
pass this
don't-
off
I
to
wanna take
somebody.
off the steering
So,
part.
Oh yeah, you can do that.
I'm gonna stand and
hand
I'm
that-
sorry guys
no,
for the.
okay.
We also have.
You're welcome.
Wait, what?
Oh, I want to take
That's
that
not the
off.
cup for.
Yeah.
No, I didn't take that off.
Okay.
I wanted to.
That's not the cup for
Hey,
this
somebody hand
cup.
that back to Avital.
Huh?
Hand that controller to
Don,
Avital.
I'm sorry.
I can't
I'm
play
just
from
as
back there.
surprised as you
Okay.
are.
No, you're fine.
All right. Let's see.
I'm controlling stuff.
Avital, do you want to sit up here?
I can see both.
Can you see okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
What's
I saw
happening?
I know, Maggie, I know you can see. I'm asking Avi
Four
for
players.
No, I can't.
I'm just
You
gonna.
can come sit here.
Okay, well, the only thing about the
Well, that's
verses
true.
though,
We're playing.
we're
playing standard rules, yeah.
What buttons?
100 cc.
that accelerates.
All right.
Accelerate.
And then you'll
We're doing
That's
all
hold
scary.
stick.
Yeah.
And then when you get weapons,
Little final.
That's for the final. The final is gonna be all rainbow roads.
Okay.
Yep, and then if you want to slide
I don't let a breeze. It'll be fun.
turns,
It'll be
you'll
Breeze,
hold that
rainbow road
to
is
slide
never,
it.
never
I've
call it a
never
breeze.
done
It'll
that
bite you
either.
every time.
Whatever.
All right.
So, what player am I?
Oh,
You
This is
so
a nice
moving around.
comfy
I
seat back
think
here.
you
Exactly,
are
isn't it? It's like
blue.
oh, you're
Is that
really
you?
You chose Donkey Kong?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm blue.
You are blue.
I don't normally do this.
I'm
every
yellow.
podcast.
You
I'm gonna call my
raced
wife.
Number-
And let her
is
know I
it
beat
2?
Deb at Rainbow Road.
that's
Did
right.
if
not.
you
You
look
are
here-
in second place behind me.
The number
Do not
lights-
lie to your wife.
As
Does that
you
mean
can
on the
see,
upper
this
right?
is turned
Yes.
I think so.
You're a
Yeah.
shy guy right now.
It's on the screen
We're
too.
doing a
Yes,
podcast.
I
correct.
believe
You'll be
so.
there.
Okay.
So
So,
then we're playing
Episode
the
261,
Mario
I
Kart
guess at this
on
point,
the
So
we're
we're
all,
going
Nintendo,
uh,
and as good as Deb is,
that's
No,
right.
don't listen to him.
Oh,
I
yeah.
beat her.
No, I was first. You were second.
So we're
For
going
the
to
all
introduce.
at once.
But not on Rainbow Road.
Right now, we're recording.
We're going to introduce
and I'm
ourselves
doing
again
it.
too,
That's
right?
Yes.
Like
Right
characters,
now.
why we're
That's
choosing.
right.
Like, okay, I'm just.
Well, yep.
Don't worry,
All right,
more
I love
rainbow
you.
roads are coming.
He said a phone call.
We're going the quad here in a little bit, guys.
There you go.
All right. So here's. I'm picking Donkey Kong. I've actually most
Don't
recently.
pick Link
I most
because
recently.
you both won't be able to pick Link.
No, there's two links. There's
You
classic
can?
Link
Okay,
and
great. Pick if you want.
yeah.
Do you like Link?
Anyways, I'm picking Donkey
Don't
Kong.
play
It's the
this
one
game.
You gotta press.
I've been playing so often. That's my general preference. But I've recently done Mario. I know. I'm looking at it.
Okay,
They also have
I'm gonna go
very
back on the
similar
setup. I like that setup a lot.
facial features.
Speaking, I do have to ask. What's the button to show up the?
The plus or minus.
Plus.
Thank you.
Mommy.
I've never looked at it, so
These sticks for me.
my son, of course, is asking for a snack in the middle of us doing something. Love kids.
Seriously. I'm not
playing anymore,
racing,
he's
so
allowed.
I know. I love
It's
it.
true.
I also want a snack, but I
I've
am.
actually
Oh,
gotten
well,
interested in
that's-
playing
that
this game,
looks so
so I've gotten pretty good at playing.
You
So-
have.
Maggie, are your ears cold?
No, I just like wearing my earmuffs.
Okay.
So, in an effort to continue to carry forward a topic, we've talked about kind of a resurgence in portable gaming, handheld gaming, things like that.
So Maggie.
Yes.
So Maggie.
Yes.
Daddy.
Samuel, be
Jason,
quiet.
talk.
Don's talking.
So there is obviously rumors of a Switch 2. We have,
No rumors. Announced.
Yeah,
have we
announced.
seen it yet?
Yes.
Coming in
They have-
April.
They have pictures and everything.
Yep.
Full video release trailer.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll put a
Well,
link up on the description bar.
look
Yeah.
at that.
Apparently, I'm gonna put a link up.
On the description bar.
Or at least on the TV screen with the cart underneath it.
Right
Alright,
here.
so before going forward,
I can't see very well.
we'll introduce who we are, or we'll talk about who we are. But please, Dom, continue.
Yeah, no, you're good. So I was just gonna say, in general, what do you guys see kind of on the forefront of mobile and portable gaming? Like we've got, as Josh was pointing out, we've got some like Android related or like, I guess sort of like peripheral PC, portable PC style gaming. We've got the Switch 2 that we just got confirmation on. Do you see? I know Microsoft is talking about fading out from the console game, if I'm not mistaken, or at least opening up their licensing to
Yes.
cross-platform development and promotion.
Yes. I think the only person we're waiting on is Avital at this point, right?
I'm ready.
Okay.
He's just talking.
I got you.
And are we not going to leave this screen once we're all
Oh yeah, because we're gonna talk about.
That's what I had
cars.
selected.
Yeah.
Avital's actually thinking. Guys, hang on here.
Right, correct.
I know that years ago Sony came out with the Vita,
Yeah.
Yes.
right? Do you foresee
Yeah.
Sony coming out with another version of that, or maybe something different but in that same genre?
My understanding is
Yeah, it's gonna be
Microsoft.
small. It's gonna be the Vita Min.
Vitamin.
Vitamin?
Nice. Microsoft has.
And Hulk Hogan was supporting. You're supposed to take your vitamins.
Yes. Say your prayers, take your vitamins, and now buy his beer. Apparently, that's his life.
Yeah.
So Microsoft is not completely out of the hardware market yet. They are on a big marketing slogan right now with everything's an Xbox. So your Samsung TV, your LG TV can install the Xbox game streaming app. They are now putting out some of their first party stuff. Now they own all these different IPs. They are going to the PlayStation, particularly this year, and apparently Phil Spencer just sent an email to the CEO of Nintendo congratulating him on the Switch 2. I just read this article today. And, telling that they've already started talks about bringing Halo to the Switch 2, and a few of the other IPs specifically so that they can be played on the Switch 2. There are rumors of a Sony handheld console being made in the vein of a PC console type experience like the Legion Go and Ally. And as a matter of fact, Lenovo just announced, I think, the Legion Go S running Steam Deck or Steam OS, and the Legion Go 2 are coming out later this year. I suspect MSI and Asus have others coming not far behind, and Zotac has another PC-based one. Handheld gaming is super popular right now, but Sony's PlayStation Portal has proven at the $200 price point that even a good handheld streaming device will sell well. They said they've sold something like 1 million units of that thing. It's a $200 controller with a screen.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, the PSP was.
But they played full games. The thing about the PlayStation Portal is up until literally 2 months ago, it just streamed from your PlayStation 5. But now, if you're a PlayStation Plus premium subscriber, you get access to their cloud streaming platform. So as long as you're online, you can stream like 150 games from the cloud without owning a PlayStation 5, which is huge because you pay $200 for the device and the $20 a month for premium, and you can play some of their top tier titles with pretty good quality. It's in beta, but no, I'm expecting handhelds to be even bigger this year, along the coattails of the Switch 2. So,
I will say, funny enough.
Yeah,
We should introduce our characters so that then you can talk while we're racing.
I'm with Avital.
So I'm doing Donkey Kong with the car. First time I've tried the car. Normally, it is a Jeep. Normally, I take the approach with the bike. I have no problem admitting I am just trying some stuff right now because he was already a heavy racer. So I was like, let's get something that's got a little bit more control and needs the speed, because with it being heavy, I got to get him up to speed so he can race along with everybody else. So
I picked Link because I like Link. I picked this car because it looks like Speed Racer, and I like Speed Racer.
Mach 5.
I picked those wheels because they look cool, and I like rainbows.
okay.
I'll just let you know there's a Link bike. Do you want to use that?
Nope. I know there is.
Thanks for the suggestion, but she's good to go.
Okay. The reason I just picked Rosalina is because Rosalina is one of my favorite princesses, and these options are also. I've been playing Mario Kart for a bit, and I've been playing these options for almost all the time I've been playing Rosalina.
There you go.
Awesome.
Not that she's my kid at all. But
Yeah,
by the way.
Fantastic.
So I chose Dry Bones because he's light and even lighter than most light characters. I chose the Bitty Buggy because it is small and has the highest acceleration. Chose the roller wheels. So I'll turn the stats on now because you can see,
They
sure,
increase
top
that
speed
acceleration.
isn't big, but the acceleration is almost max. And as well, this, as you can see, does that. So my weight is low. You can drift easier. The top speed isn't as large, but isn't as big, but you pick up coins and that increases. Your acceleration is actually what matters. My handling is great. My traction is pretty good.
He's so light you could knock him off with a fly swatter.
You could, but you got to catch me first.
That's true. Then we're going to keep playing the Special Cup. But we're going to do the Grand Prix style because that's what we did this last time. So we're just going to go boom, 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 boom. And then when we do our finals, it'll be a versus of 4 Rainbow Roads.
4 Rainbow Roads.
Maybe
Cars
Rainbow Roads, because there may not be 4 Rainbow Roads.
There are 4 Rainbow Roads.
By the way, we figured out you can do that on the screen where you select your characters. You can set that up.
Oops, I did.
That's okay.
And I
All
didn't.
right.
What Maggie's asking is...
It's the same controller.
Sam already has it on. It may
I
already
think
be on.
it's probably already.
Yeah, and
It's
what?
already on.
Yes.
Yes.
Probably.
Yes.
All right, we ready?
I think so.
You have to be since it's going to start without you. All right, back to your conversation, Don.
Oh, I blew it up.
Yeah, you did.
You have to start at 2, by the way.
Thanks, buddy.
By the way,
Daddy's
You have to start what at 2?
so at the beginning of the race. That's
Oh.
right. That's right. When you're sitting at the start line, and the little Karibo inside of the cloud, I think it's a Karibo. In the cloud comes down with the starting lights. When he hits 2, if you start revving your engine, it'll actually give you a natural boost. Beginning of
Oh,
the
I thought that
race.
was a car open thing.
Nope. Any vehicle, if you start your rev at 2,
What's the thing about you hit somebody and you get a boost of speed?
That is if you're in the like floating or whatever blue mode.
So, you know how we were talking about F-Zero a little bit ago?
Come on.
So,
so
when you
far
are
ahead.
on a weird angle or like special roads that'll activate your wheels, you'll see the wheels pop out and turn sideways underneath the vehicle, which is like it's like a hover mode. If you bump somebody when you're in that hover mode, or there are actually special modules that you can run into that will spin your car, it won't change your trajectory, but it will give you a little bit of a boost similar to what a mushroom would give you.
Oh.
How did that hit me? I have 3.
And what you see Josh doing with
I see
Donkey
Maggie's in
Kong there,
first place.
well, you just saw him run into a shell that was sitting.
And a ton of bananas.
Yeah.
Why are there so many
Somebody went banana crazy.
That was me.
But as you
Because I
can
was
see,
It
still
kind of makes
behind
sense
me.
for Donkey Kong.
as you can see, Josh is see like right now on this section of track, they've got a special like their wheels are sideways, and so it gives them kind of a hover
Oh,
mode. If you run
awful.
into each other, it gives you a natural boost.
Oh my goodness.
But if you run into lightning, it doesn't.
By the way, did you wonder?
Come
Yeah,
on,
like it
this
just
is
makes you spin out and
your
slow down.
special play-by-play. That is Max play-by-play.
That's who we should be the play-by-play
Maggie,
announcer
instead of
back in
behind
Yes,
So
thanks for reminding me, Riz.
You're welcome.
one strategy that you might see some of our racers using, especially Josh is doing it really well with this heavy vehicle.
Is staying in
is
last place?
He's drifting.
And falling off of everything.
It's okay. That's all right. But he's drifting really well, and what drifting does is you can see his wheels start to spark blue, and then if he holds that drift long enough, they'll actually spark gold, and it gives you a longer boost, almost like you just hit a mushroom. So there's lots of really cool opportunities to boost your car up. When you hit a ramp, you can do like a special trick that'll boost it. When you bump into somebody, or if you get right behind somebody, you can drift into or draft into a boost.
When you have wheels that are low, you can actually have boost.
That's right. That's right. So yeah,
Way to
there's
go,
lots of
Mag.
Good job, Max Joe.
Good
Now, I also
job!
know that there's a thing that didn't happen in other games like this, where if you get hit by something, within like a 2-second period, you can't get hit by something else.
Yeah.
That happened
it
with
gives
me
you
with
like
the
a
blue shell.
buffer.
I got hit by a lightning bolt, and then the blue shell hit me, and I didn't get
So note,
hit.
heavy Donkey Kong, awful.
heavy Donkey Kong in a heavy car.
Awful.
Awful. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you were on a straight track, it would probably be a lot better.
Yeah,
But
find a
because you
single
got
straight
some
track in all of this game.
Well, what I mean by that is like if you're on more of an oval course, similar to like an Indy 500, but if you see the amount of turns that these have, having a heavy car is not going to help you on these types of tracks. You got a lot of tight pin turns and stuff.
No, what you want is like a road rally where you can just bash people.
Right,
Yes.
and exactly. If there was more of him
Throw that
actually
weight
hitting
around.
cars,
Yeah.
he would win because the heavier car is not going to be as
Now
around.
that might be a cool version of this game. It's similar to like what was the Burnout? Did you guys ever play Burnout on like the Xbox or the PlayStation? Where
Yeah.
I played pole position.
pole position? Okay, hold on. So you know in pole position when you hit the wall and burst into flame? Okay. Well, there was a game that came out years ago called Burnout, and one of the modes on that game was a destruction mode. So like a demo derby for the. Well, I guess they do kind of have that because they have the battle mode in this. And with battle mode, you can have like there's a version of it where you have balloons on the back of your car. Wow, Josh, you just literally nitroed that bad boy right off the side
Right
of
off
the
the
map.
side of the map.
So in battle mode, you can play against each other, and you have like balloons on the back of your car.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
you can pop people's balloons by running into them. And when you pop all of someone's balloons, they are eliminated from the track.
Oh yes, I got this thing.
But I recently played this with my 3 sons at home. I did not realize there are like 3 or 4 other styles of battle mode.
Yes. Yeah. There's more than just classic.
Yeah,
That was
which I thought
lucky,
was
Maggie.
really cool.
Thanks. I don't know what happened.
The red shell got lost over the edge, but as you jumped over,
Yeah.
that happens every
I thought the red shells float over the edge.
Battle modes that my brother has experimented with more. I was all, of course, the classics.
Chris?
Uncle Chris and Uncle Tim and Uncle John experimented more with some of the other battle modes.
Well, there's more battle modes? I've only played on one.
Yeah, there's like 4 different. You almost took that road right off there.
Oh,
You
but
just
did,
saved
yeah.
the way, Josh.
Yeah, my
Oh,
son
my
likes the
goodness.
jail one.
Yeah,
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's almost like it's almost like a racer's capture the flag.
Yes.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
good.
Exactly
Okay,
that.
that's cool.
When you tag.
Look, I make it.
So I think it's called piranha plant tag or something like that.
Oh, yeah, I've heard
But
that
one team has piranha plants, and you drive all over trying to like chomp up the other team.
Hit it.
And
That's
when you
annoying.
chomp
yes,
somebody
I can
up
do
with
this.
a piranha plant, it puts them
I was
into
saving
a little
blue shells.
jail.
Blue shells can't
my.
fly.
And then the other team's players can come and let them out of the jail,
Ow.
and then get them back in the race.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yes, that sounds like seriously fun.
Yes.
Good job, Max Joe. When did you get
No,
this
no,
good?
no.
I was mostly I learned
Really?
Wait, the TV.
I learned from you, okay? I learned from watching you.
Oh,
I'm
that's
so
so much food.
proud right now. If I could express words
Dating
right
myself because
No.
that was a don't do drugs
The
commercial.
blue
now.
shell.
Exactly. I remember that commercial, which
the
is also.
opposite path along the way to get.
No, he just won
Yeah,
the last
no,
2 races.
not nice.
But there's 2 more races left to go.
So far,
All right, so we got Rosalina in the top
Because I came in
there.
4th there because of the.
Dry Bones in
computer.
number 2.
Yep.
Link is in 6th, and
Seriously, Daddy,
is
I'm thinking
7th.
of
I just want to say that Maggie's
I have.
Rosalina has at this point more points than Deb's Rosalina did.
Rosalina, she was not Rosalina.
I was Peach,
No,
but close
Peach.
enough. We were both princesses.
Okay.
So she out-princessed me after 2 races.
This my statement is still correct because your Rosalina had 0.
That's right. Thank you.
No, I cannot.
That's how that works. But you know what?
Hey,
It's my child,
It's-
and I
it's
can over
Lance
be
Logic.
proud. It is Lance Logic.
Lance logic always makes
No,
sense.
it's I have to quickly come up with something to make myself correct.
I finally made it blow up.
That's right.
Oh,
He
all
has,
right.
he has a BS and BS.
I do.
So it sounds like we all agree that handheld gaming is definitely a thing that's not going to fade out anytime soon.
No.
Is there something in
Yeah,
handheld
no,
gaming
that thing is
you wish
very
would? What do we want it to be? Like, could it be any better than it already is?
Battery life, battery life, battery life.
Yeah, I would
My
like to be able to
husband
put.
ran out batteries. All
I'd
right,
like to be
well.
able to put 4 AA batteries in it and just
And it goes, oh,
like
okay.
my old Tiger Electronics.
You know, yeah, you go.
Bowser.
Maybe it can become a hybrid, and the faster you press the buttons, the more you recharge the battery.
Hit button regenerative. Regenerative charging.
Kinetic. A kinetic.
Like a
kinetic
Rolex.
handheld, yeah,
Put a Rolex battery inside of it.
that's it.
Self line.
Come on.
Yeah.
Right when I hit you with a red shell.
Honestly,
Wait, someone with a red shell?
I feel like if I was gonna add or request anything out of like portable gaming developers, my request would be backwards compatibility.
Oh,
Or like a legacy library similar to what Xbox and PlayStation have.
Yes.
Like being able to play the original Mario Kart. Well, I guess they do kind of have
So-
it, don't they?
Yes.
They have a Nintendo market.
So I have to give
But do they have
Nintendo.
the same graphics?
Well, they're very similar, so I have to give Nintendo a bunch of credit here. Number one, the Nintendo Switch 2 has already been confirmed to be about 99% backwards compatible with the original Switch.
Okay.
They can't say 100% because there are some things like the Switch Lab stuff that came out that may not be compatible because stuff doesn't fit. But when you have, now I don't like this, but it's still cool that it's available.
Well, I'm not going to be fast enough
If you have the Nintendo Switch Online system, you can access
Remember, you
the
can go backwards now.
the Nintendo Entertainment Center system, the Super Nintendo emulator, and the Sega emulator, and the Game Boy emulators.
Yeah.
And they've got a significant amount of the games on those emulation systems. I
Okay.
am just awful.
So Switch deserves the props for that.
Yes, they do. Microsoft does too. I told Jason I wasn't going to say it until with Don, showing up, but they get props because they have Xbox One and Xbox 360 and regular Xbox backwards compatibility on almost all the Series devices.
Yeah.
For the Series S, obviously you have to have it digitally, but
Not screen shells.
and then PlayStation's working on it, but the PS3's proved to be a pain.
Stupid lightning.
Sorry.
I am laughing so much because Jason is just like
Jason is playing with
frustrated.
his heart.
Yeah.
This is, if you've never been in a car with Jason,
This is what it's like.
this is what it's like.
Except more swearing.
Yeah.
Is that more theory?
More swearing.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Why is my view changing? No!
Oh yes!
No! The stupid view kept changing. Oh, I'm so mad.
Did you keep on hitting the buttons that switch the cameras?
Yes, I don't know how. I wasn't before, then it all of a sudden started doing it.
Well, I knew that was.
Your hands are too sweaty.
Go ahead and tell what just happened. We're in a break. We're in a break.
Yes.
You know what?
He saw something.
You're getting beat by a child, and it's upsetting you.
We're all
No, that doesn't matter to me. That doesn't matter to
I
me.
think Avital's going to get second place.
I'm actually.
I'm last right now.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Against Daddy.
Parasol block.
So you think you saw Avital's parasol that blocked some
Okay,
fire?
I'll
Is
take a
there-
different controller because that is difficult.
Okay, I didn't know that was a thing.
I didn't find it that
If that was a thing, that's an amazing thing.
For, at least to try for the last one.
I'm
Let me see if I can make it
I
happen.
remember
yeah,
my
great.
fireball, so I didn't know that.
All right, one more track. Is that right?
Okay. Sorry, I had to
That's it.
stretch. Yeah.
You're good.
I don't
Avital.
like sitting down. Stretch.
It hurts my.
Oh,
What
okay,
was
I
that?
do. Hold on, I did.
Maggie is
Maggie,
undefeated.
hold on.
We'll see.
Maggie, that was me. Hold on, please. Okay.
Guys.
What
are you doing?
guys? What?
Hold on. Let's do these in the. Okay.
My hands are cramping from the tiny controller.
One moment. Let's do
It
the
happens
right
as
order.
you get older.
I'm number one.
I'm number 3.
Who was number two? That's Avital.
Avital.
Which buttons do I push?
The top two
plus
L and
R.
R. Yep.
Who's in first?
One's on
Sister.
second, and I don't
Oh,
know
sorry,
third,
hit the
but
button in the dead
Maggie-
center.
Maggie's in first place so far.
Because that's a third-party controller.
That one.
That one.
Yeah.
By third-party controller, he means.
And then hit the L and R buttons.
Buttons.
Someone else.
Guys.
Triggers.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
You were three.
Yes.
tell
Yes.
us.
It's supposed to be those two, and then.
Nope.
Come on.
I don't think
There we
the
go.
third one.
Okay, then just click them again.
Hold on.
When it does
There we
that.
go. And then
Thank you,
Maggie.
thank you.
So I can play it as a
controller because this hand hurts. Samuel wonders if Avital's what was it? You said it was her
Is yours on four?
parasol
Oh yes, I am. 'cause
blocked
that's
fire, and I said I didn't
Oh.
know if they could do
Oh,
that, but
okay.
I'm always learning new things about
Thank
Mario
you.
Kart. So.
Yeah, I saw that her parasol blocked the fire geyser.
Let's
Okay.
do it.
All right.
Well, that's
Well, this might be a bit easier for you
Surprising.
than
I don't know. I mean, maybe.
because my opinion, single controllers are harder. I don't know why.
There's one on us.
What's up, Lance?
I'm remembering in the days
Oh,
of
here's one of the
upright
ones we're
cabinets
gonna do.
Yes.
when
Wait,
they
it's
started
not-
doing the Tiger Electronic thing.
Yeah.
My first Mario game was one called Mario's Cement Factory.
I remember this vaguely. I never
Yeah.
played it.
It was kind of like a Burger Time game where cement would drip down from these things, and you had to release it from one stage to the next so that it would fall down into these trucks.
Gotcha.
And if you didn't, it would overflow, and if it overflowed, then you would
If
lose.
I
If
had
it landed
all-
on Mario, you would lose.
Right.
So you had
Nice.
to keep going and releasing it. But that was my first instance of Mario. It was Mario's Cement Factory.
Factory.
It's just
So
everyone
I didn't know he was a
doing the
plumber,
same one.
and I didn't connect this. Mario was the guy in Donkey Kong.
That's funny.
Jump
So-
guy.
Yeah, Jumpman.
He was Jumpman. Thank you.
So that was my first experience with Mario because I didn't get a Nintendo Entertainment System until I was a senior in high school.
Wow.
No.
Yeah.
Dad was a mailman, mom was a teacher.
Yeah, yeah. No, we didn't have a Nintendo. My cousins had a Nintendo. So I would go over there and I would play Mario, the original Mario Brothers from 1985. I
Well,
played
yeah,
that.
I
So
played
our
that. I played
first
that.
was a Super Nintendo.
what I
That was our combination gift, all four of us, because
course.
you know my mom was a stay-at-home mom and you know my dad was a salesman. So we got it as a combination.
There we
When I
go.
was about
It was going so fast. I didn't know it was just happening. Oh,
Super
Wario.
Nintendo.
Super Nintendo. We never owned a Nintendo. We bought one later when we could afford one, as, you know, used and whatever. But yeah. So Super Nintendo, Super Mario World. was the first video
Yes,
game
ma'am.
that I ever played.
What came with it?
So it was Super Mario World, and then my parents bought
Duck Hunt.
Duck Hunt. didn't-
That was on the base Nintendo. Yeah,
That was the basic. Oh, I used to love Duck Hunt at my cousin's house. I would, and I, man, that dog laughing
They should
at me
make
when I
a Duck
shot.
Hunt portable game.
Yes!
Oh, that would be good.
Boing, 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 boing.
There, you know what? There's no reason why they couldn't do that with the Switch.
That's absolutely right. I can't believe they haven't done it so far.
To me, they don't want kids carrying around a gun.
Well, but I mean, with the
for
Wii,
Duck Hunt, but
There's
with
a
the
duck
Wii,
hunt.
they had the
Yeah.
controllers that they used for the Wii had
Oh, wow.
games like that were like accuracy games and stuff like that,
Oh,
like
there
any
you
of the
go.
Wii sports
Oh,
games.
there you go again.
that's true. Exactly.
Yeah, Duck Hunt would have been great or something like that.
Exactly. So we had Super Mario World, and
So
then
there we go, Nintendo. If you're watching,
Yep. take
money
this.
right here.
There you go.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
You're
yeah, yeah.
welcome.
If you want to capitalize on the Zennial, Millennial, Gen X generation when it comes to Switch 2,
Bring me some Duck Hunt.
get us a Duck Hunt game.
You got my money. You got some Duck Hunt.
And let us shoot the dog.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Or can that be a bonus? Like a
Bonus
secret thing you
points.
figure it out?
Yeah.
Because I tried to shoot that dog a lot in the 1985
So
version.
I don't know that I ever remembered because I didn't own
And
any
crossbows.
NES.
I want crossbows.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll give you that.
I don't know that I ever knew or remembered that you could play that Duck Hunt was a two-player game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Player
did.
2 controlled ducks.
The ducks.
Uh-huh,
Yeah.
yes.
I never knew that.
What? Really?
Yeah, I never.
Oh, my
knew
cousins and I would do it all the time. Where you have one of us was.
Oh.
Oh.
Nice.
Look at you two.
You made
Good
the
job.
He pulled the lance and beat her.
Jason pulled the lance and beat you. Honey, I know how it feels.
Yeah.
Right
You're
here.
still first. You're still first overall. Good job.
Nice.
Mag, you're player number 1.
What the heck? Well, no, Daddy's actually.
Daddy's having the
No.
worst
Oh,
time.
you are. Oh my
In the sword
goodness.
one.
It's okay.
I mean, technically, yeah.
No,
I get
we
what
have
you're
the
saying.
finals.
Be me.
You're player 1.
Yeah, because you were gonna have the most points. I
Then
had.
mommy.
You're
I think
almost
it's-
there.
Yeah. Well, I know Jason might. Well, let's see how many points Jason's got.
I don't. I came in like fourth once. And
I know I had
at the
51.
top.
Lance had 47. Let's
So
see
wait
here.
a minute. Wait
Yeah.
a minute.
48.
So yeah, you're
Oh yeah. Oh my.
right above me.
So it'd be
Oh, my.
me. No.
Her,
Maggie.
you, him, me.
Yes. Yep.
Nice.
Yep. There you go. All right. So we know the order.
That's your
One,
final
two-
lineup there.
There you are, kids.
But I'm gonna
Maggie,
need that Joy-Con back.
Yeah.
Jason and Lance
So
are in your final.
okay, let's figure this
All
out.
right,
Grab,
yeah.
actually get
Step up.
Albatal's.
Yep.
I have to
And I'll
step
have,
up.
no, you can use
All right,
Albatal's.
Okay.
Deb,
All right.
I'm just gonna give Deb hers back. It's just gonna make sense. It's
And I want to
Maggie's got her
use this
controller.
one. I still want to use this one.
gonna, hold on.
You sit
Now,
over by your
I
dad.
actually got this one from Molly for Christmas, but this was
Right.
that's my friend William
As you
had
can
this,
see,
but I
this
didn't
is
realize
our-
this one was lighter
Our
than the one.
final
Right.
switcheroo here before our
Oh my.
last
Okay.
round of
I know.
4.
Yes.
Right. Do you have to get through your stretching, which is a
Is
whole
this not the
process.
final?
That's what
It is.
this
This
was
is
our
the final.
final.
This
That
is
was
the
our
final.
so you figured, how did you turn that off?
So in essence,
Turn
we
this
can
off?
And then we
speak a
have to
little
go out
bit
to the
about
home
things,
to
right?
fix and control.
I'll be right back. I've got to use the restroom.
Yeah.
Oh
Give us
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.